7 May 2025, Crazy Market Talk with KEL. All right, let's go to the market and see what happened. But before that, disclaimer apply as usual. And do expect the market to be very volatile recently because of Donald Trump and his usual ethics once again. All right, excuse me, let me clear my throat. Okay, guys, so let's look at what's happening right now in the gold market first. Now, gold this morning at 34.37. That's the opening price. The MLP happened to be 33.84. Now, buy right itself, right with the MLP at the bottom, is a buy signal. But we all notice that there is a diamond. Where's my diamond? Right, refresh. Okay, here we go. All right, it's a diamond, 4 diamond here, and by default itself, you should put a line at the closing price, which is the, let me just get it done for you. Okay. Always put a white line to make it contrast better. And that price will be 34.31. Okay, let's make it proper. 34.31. 34.31. There we go. All right. So as long as gold stays below 34.31 today, it's a sell. As simple as that. Even though the diamond give us a buy signal, everything is sell. But remember, once it goes below the diamond, it's always below the diamond line, it's always a sell. And you can see right now, gold is really, really coming down pretty badly at this moment right now. You can see that. Yeah, it's just broken below the pivot 2 level. All right, so by right, it warrants a sell signal further. But the thing is this, the gold has dropped at $40. So guys, if you want to sell gold, just be careful now. This is kind of a low level to do that. And the lowest you can go for the KCB is 33.37. All right, so that will be the level where it started yesterday. So the thing is this right now, the KSI retained at green, KCX still retained at black. So the buying interest is still there as well. So buying gold is still a better choice than over a sell. But of course, it's not below OP, just leave it alone. Okay, that's my view here. Now, unless the market can recover above the pivot 2, then we may see a little reprieve back to MLP. It's possible. So traders watch out for this particular trade. If the market can stay above the pivot 2, it might return to MLP. So let's watch this closely. Yep. Okay, so that is gold for you right now. Let's go to Dow Jones. Now, the Dow Jones today is pretty clear. We had a very good trade yesterday. The Dow came down very nicely yesterday, and I was happy with my position until this morning. He gapped up and it shot up. Okay, so what happened? Donald Trump just came in and says that, you know what, we don't need any deals. Okay, now think about this. His advisory, Treasury, just say that we need to do deals and we're going to be very close to the deal and we're going to have optimistic results, blah, blah, blah. Straight away, Donald Trump coming and say, you know what, we don't need deals because why? We didn't do all these things because everybody know what to do. So basically, by saying that itself, right, that means there's technically no need for any deals. There's no tariff involved. Come on, guys, let's wake up. He is not possible. He's gonna get slapped in his face if he doesn't do that. So what I'm trying to do is that probably he long the market towards the closing and then speak something like this and change the market. I mean, I just only speculated. But my point is this, okay, by saying that there's no potential deal needed, it means that there's no tariff needed. Hence, therefore, things are good. No, I don't buy that. Honestly, I really don't buy that. I think it's a lot of BS here itself, and I believe that this is just a potential movement by Trump ahead of tonight's FOMC meeting. Now, tonight FOMC meeting, we are expecting the Federal Reserve to keep nothing to be done. Although there's some speculative say that there could be a rate cut today, but I can tell you that it won't happen because that will kill the market because the inflation now is creeping. Unemployment though is not crazy, but it's also creeping up. So I don't think Federal Reserve will actually, bow their head and then do what Trump wants. So that's why I feel that yesterday or this morning the move by Trump was on purpose because he knows that okay, that this Jerome Powell and friends may not do anything. But of course, again, I may be wrong. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so the thing is this today, as long as the market stays above OP and above 40,919, it will be a buy signal. All right, this morning I mentioned that as long as the market stays above OP and it's above pivot 1, it's a classic buy signal. Regardless of how you had to follow. So yesterday it was classic sell signal. Today is a classic buy signal. So you really have to follow. And now the KSI and the KCX, both bullish at the moment, it's still very possible. Now the upside, it will be KCB at 41,282. I think that is possible for the Dow to go there. It is very possible. So that's why be careful on this upside. It may just smash up all the way. Now, one thing to note, the dollar is actually, I think, it's improving right now. That's causing the gold to come down and then the Dow to go up. But again, that is because of temporary this buying interest. Because what Trump say, but if Trump reverse it or reset, change it, then things will just go back to square one again. So traders, be very, very careful on this particular trade. All right, so guys, make sure that you just stay tuned, enjoy the ride up for the Dow Jones until it reverses. All right, once it reverses, things can be very bad. My personal take is this: if the market breaks below OP, whatever it gained this morning will reverse and the market will come back down and it will smash down to pivot 2 level. So it is a very possible 600 to 800 points reversal today. Those today's FOMC. So maybe they push it up first, and after in the evening they push it all the way down. It's all possible. Yeah. So guys, make sure you stay on tune with the market. Okay. All right. Next market I'll show you will be the Bitcoin. Now, yesterday I told you Bitcoin, right, could be going down, but apparently yesterday Bitcoin didn't really do much. And this morning Bitcoin opens and it was a beautiful one. It opened at 94,000 and then it stays above the pivot 1 level. And straight away, woo, went all the way up the side and going to head towards the next KCB. Let me just refresh the screen a little bit. 98,000. Okay, now this is honestly something that I never expected to happen. So you can see that the market was all the way for selling, and then now because of it followed the crazy system, follow the pivots, and that's for the price shoot up. So that's why never fight against the pivot, guys. It's really never fight the pivots. Yeah. Okay. Next market. The next market we have is crude oil. Now, crude oil yesterday went up despite we have a crazy selling off in the Dow Jones because of the dollar. So the thing is this, crude oil rebounded strongly because we saw a double base support right here. And now showing at 59.77. So based on this result right now, it's thinking about pivot 2 level at 59.27. So as long as it stays above pivot 2, things are good. Because if it goes down, because it's OP and pivot 2 is very nearby, if the market breaks below pivot 2, then the selling will bring it back to the MLP. And I suspect that will happen, especially later on if the Dow Jones do pull back, okay? Because we have both MAs are still way higher. And of course, if there's going to be a recession, the crude oil will go down first because crude oil has a, it's a very good barometer of the economy. So if the economy is not doing well, very high chance the crude oil will just go down too, okay? All right, let's do the currency market right now. Currency market, let me just bring it in for you. Okay, let's go to dollar yen. The dollar yen has recovered, so that means the dollar is up as I suspected. So the thing is this, we have a elephant trade on the making right now. The market is going down, but the KSI stays green. So it is possible if the market goes up again, we may see the dollar yen trading to 146 level. If it goes up, yeah, it has to break the previous high for it to begin the movement here. Okay. All right, then let's look at the euro. The euro is still staying around 113 level, have been fidgeting. Now, yesterday we have the dollar stricken, so we had the very nice diamond at the bottom, but because of that, we need to draw a line and straight away you can see why the market is going down. As long as a diamond in the market, you do expect to draw a line, and as long as the market stays below the line, it's always a sell. And because the KSI is red, therefore, when the market opens, it was a sell from the beginning. So whether it's not or not, this is a due to the Donald Trump thingy or because the dollar strengthened, but you can see that everything is going according to our system. As long as you know what to do and where to draw the line, the thing is just going to be the same. And you can see that for us, we're trading in the diamond. As long as you draw the line and it's below the line, you just have to sell. That's all. As simple as that. You don't need to think too much and you don't need to like, oh, check this fundamental, that fundamental. You just have to follow the rules. Okay, let's look at pound right now. And you can see pound also has a diamond. And the difference is pound has a diamond, but it has a very strong KSI. So which means that if the market breaks above it, it will be a buy. Now at the same time, notice there's a KCL over here itself. I think a bit of, just change the screen a little bit. I think there's a little bit of too many KCL, right? Supposed to have only one KCL, yeah? So when you see such thing, when you see too many KCL, you just have to refresh the screen with that, and then we are done, correct? So what we have is that the KCL is because the CCRY followed by KSI green. So this KCL number and the white line you draw is the same number. So as simple as that, as long as the pound stays below 1.133633, pound will go down. So that's why we are having some selling pressure at the moment. But if the pound do go above 1.33633, pound has a potential to go up all the way to the pivot level. So let me bring it to you right now. Okay, that means that pound has the potential to go all the way up to 1.34684. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember that just be careful for today because you don't want to be caught by the wrong side of track and today's FOMC meeting. Now, this China market, before I go, and you can see China now has recovered strongly, and there's a diamond over here. So draw the line. If the market breaks up, it will be a buy on the China market too. All right, but the KSI is straight, so just trade small, but doesn't mean you're short the market. Yep. Okay, that's all, guys. Take care and have a great day. I'll see you later in the afternoon for the revision. I'm going off for my meeting. Bye bye.